Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to share with you how I managed to reach Mythic in this new season, fast. As you can see, there are 74 days left in this season. But how did I reach Mythic early on? Normally, it takes a month or two for an average player to reach Mythic after the new season has started. But today I'm going to share with you the 5 heroes that helped me to reach Mythic fast, and also I'm going to share with you the tips for each of them. I'm also going to share some tips for you to increase your possibility to win more games in Ranked, so let's get started. Coming at number 5, we have Roger. With the new recently added item, Sky Piercer, Roger just got an indirect buff to his wolf form, as it helps him to finish off those low HP targets thanks to the Sky Piercer. Now, if you want to use Roger, you need to make sure that you have a good tank in your team to back you up. Using Roger without a good roamer is very difficult as the meta has shifted back to high mobility assassins just like the old days. For the item and emblem talents, here's what I use to him. Sky Piercer and the Great Dragon Spear is the best item for Roger. Not only can you finish off those low HP targets, but also giving yourself more mobility to increase your chances of survival, and making more room for another item in the late game by selling your boots. For the talents, I use Warcry as the main talent since it increases your damage by 8%. Assassin Emblem is the best emblem for Roger because you need that penetration in the early game. Coming at number 4, we have Leomord. If you want a decent jungler that's easy to use, then Leomord will not disappoint you. With the help of Sky Piercer, you will surely secure the kills needed to get the objectives. And of course, just like Roger, Leomord also needs a good roamer that can support him to get the objectives and get the kills he needed to snowball. And for the item and emblem talents, here's what I use. You should prioritize getting the Hunter Strike as it gives you movement speed, because Leomord is vulnerable without his horse. Sky Piercer is there to help you snowball, and you can replace the Blade of Despair to the Great Dragon Spear to get even more movement speed when you use his ultimate. And for the talents, I pick the Quantum Charge for HP regen and mobility, and Thrill to increase your base damage. Coming at number 3, we have Diroth. Diroth is one of the most toxic heroes in the game. And it's all because of his second skill, which shreds your target's HP and armor, and to amplify your first skill and ultimate damage, which makes him more deadly. Though if you want to use Diroth, you should keep in mind that heroes with heavy CC in their kit would make him difficult to dominate in the game. And of course, if you see an Esmeralda pick on the enemy team, don't think twice of picking Diroth, as he is a hard counter against Esmeralda. For the item and emblem talents, here's what I recommend. Blade of Heptasias is a must-have item in the early game, though you could go for Hunter Strike for movement speed, but I like Heptasias more. Sky Piercer for secure kills, and Sea Halberd to counter sustained heroes, and Malefic to make him more toxic. The last item will depend on the situation. For the talents, I use Lethal Ignition for more damage, Master Assassin for 1v1s, and Thrill for base damage. I chose Petrify so that you can land your skills properly and secure the kill. Coming to the second place, we have Julian. Surprisingly, Julian suddenly became popular, to the point that he was getting banned in Mythic matches. And it's all because of his kit that allows him to fit in today's meta. And this hero is the reason why I managed to reach mythical glory last season. His damage is great, and he's pretty easy to use if you ask me. Now, for the item and emblem talents, here's my favorite. We're going to prioritize the magic boots for cooldown reduction Holy Crystal for scaling, and Blood Wings for sustain. And for the talents, I like to use Quantum Charge for HP regen and movement speed, and Thrill for base damage. Coming at the first place, we have Moscov. Moscov is one of the most satisfying marksmen that you can use in the game, and also became popular after his revamp. He has the ability to go into other lanes by using his ultimate. You just need to practice at aiming his ultimate to teleport to other lanes and help your teammates. You also need to master his second skill to satisfy yourself even more.
You have slain an enemy. Initiate retreat. Double kill.
For the item and talents, here's what I use. We'll go for the standard Trinity build, which contains Corrosion Scythe, Golden Staff, and Demon Hunter Sword. And the last two items will depend on the situation. I like to pick Quantum Charge for HP regen and movement speed, and Master Assassin for 1v1 in the gold lane. You can pick an Inspire spell for more satisfaction, or if you want a safest approach, then you should pick Flicker instead. Now, let's go down to the tips that I'm going to share to you that will increase your chances of winning in every ranked game. In order to win more games in ranked game, you should consider this 3 things. First, you should not blame your teammates for your loss. Remember, trash-talking your teammates would only make things worse for your team. And if you're not used of having inexperienced teammates, then you should play 5-man instead. Second, always adjust your role according to your team if you're playing solo. I know it's frustrating if you can't play your preferred role or your favorite hero, but keep in mind that it is better to adjust rather than having an unreasonable lineup. And last but not the least, play with your friends. Playing with your friends is the best way to rank up, because it's more comfortable to play rather than adjusting yourself for your random teammates. Don't have friends? Then try adding players who destroyed you from your last match. Hopefully, they will add you back and play with you. What heroes did you use to help your reach Mythic early in the season? Share it in the comments section below. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. RG out.